colleagues, families, and friends. I am Miss Nisi, the Tutor Coordinator and MSCR Site Director for Senate Middle School. Today, I would like to present to you an original poem written by me in honor of Black History Month and these unpredictable times we are living through in our society. How long do we pay the cost? By Miss Nisi. My body is drained. I'm tired of feeling this pain. I'm a Black woman who's considered to be a boss. But every day, my people are still paying the cost. I sit and think about how long is the wait to be free for all my people who look just like me. To all the children that I teach, you are our future. That's what we preach. With all the injustice that we've seen, as well as living through a deadly pandemic in between, we're expected to hold our heads up high while being angry and frustrated with things that make us cry. My people were destined to be great. As we stand together as leaders, no one can change our fate. We will push Black Lives Matter and tell our Black history stories around the world, because I have faith in all my future young boys and girls. Keep pushing, my people, towards your dreams. I know one day we all will see a better scene. Together we stand, and divided we fall. Let's keep fighting together for justice and equality and the lives that matters to us all. How long do we pay the cost?
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
What does it mean to you to be an example of Black excellence for your students?
Being an example of Black excellence to me means showing up every single day, being my authentic self, and just showing the students that they can be whatever they want in life, whether it's a doctor, a nurse, a teacher like me, whatever it may be, they can do it.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
Teachers and kids in my after school, including me. That's why I noticed Black excellence.
If you could offer your students of color one piece of advice, what would it be?
Just to put your mind to it, and whatever you do try, you can achieve it.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
I notice Black excellence almost everywhere in my after-school program, because the community is very strong and it's very powerful, and with more people in it, it makes it more beautiful.
Where I see Black excellence in our after-school program, it's within myself, my son, my students, and my staff. If I could offer students of color one piece of advice, what would I do? I would say love yourself first and make your own path. What it means to me to be an example of Black excellence for my students is to provide culturally responsive mentoring support, guidance, and continuing leading our Black scholars.
What does Black excellence mean to you?
To me, it means school. It means things are integrated, and because once before there was segregation, but people were working hard to change it.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
I noticed Black excellence in my
how she comes in and she shows up for our team, meaning the staff and the kids. My favorite thing that she does is reciting this I Am Somebody poem, and how engaged the children are and how excited they are to have the opportunity to recite it by memory, as one kid leads and the other ones have to repeat what that student says. I notice Black excellence in myself. I come to work positive, motivated, and ready to uplift my students and have fun. And my kids, they're just dope. So Black excellence is everywhere in my after-school program.
The piece of advice I would offer my students is to be comfortable and confident in your skin.
Where do you see examples of Black excellence in your school and program, and who has inspired you?
I see Black excellence in my after-school program through my staff. They really come together and they make it a warm and welcoming place for our students. They're really engaged. They bring their authentic self to work every day. I would say that Ms. Crawford, she now goes by Hicks, inspired me. She's my third grade teacher. And she really instilled in me that I could be anything I wanted to be. I just had to put my mind to it and try.
Jojo, what does Black excellence mean?
Black excellence mean the person that looks just like you and the person that dresses like you, and it's just like people trying to be your friend.
Okay, awesome. Kingston, hey, speak up guys, okay?
It's like maybe an example, or like somebody that you do sports with, or that is athletic with you and that does stuff with you also.
Okay, what are examples of Black excellence in after school at Lowell?
I think a lot of the Black teachers that we have are very good examples to me, and I feel like they're very good teachers.
Jojo.
I feel like my teacher is nice. She helps, and she likes to make poems.
Yeah, that's very nice. Okay. What are some things that Black excellence has examples in after school? Teaching, okay.
And maybe learning from kids also.
Learning from kids also? Awesome. All right, you guys did a great job. Good job.
What does Black excellence mean? I could be myself. Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program? I like Black kids compared to white kids. How are your after-school program staff examples of Black excellence? The teachers treat everybody equally.
If you could offer your students of color one piece of advice, what would it be?
If I could offer my students of color one piece of advice, it would be to stay true to yourself, and period.
How are your after-school program staff examples of Black excellence?
Good, because they help you and they're responsible.
They help you and they're responsible?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you really, really like about your after-school staff?
Yeah, I really like that there's dinners here.
Aww.
And my favorite part is that we do clubs. I love cooking, and my mom taught me how to use a sharp knife.
Wow. Thank you.
This is Kiwan. What does it mean to be an example of Black excellence for your students?
Basically, just means lead by example, even at my workplace or outside of work.
If you could offer your students of color one piece of advice, what would it be?
To be Black and to be proud, and to love yourself and spread positive energy.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
Everywhere, thanks to me, of course.
I see Black excellence being kind in the gym.
I see Black excellence in my classroom when my friends research Black History Month.
Black excellence is for helping other people.
Black excellence is also for freeing racism from the world.
This is Antonio, and what does it mean to you to be an example of Black excellence for your students?
A Black alone is a Black leader and bringing excellence to all my communities and other people.
If you could offer your students of color one piece of advice, what would it be?
Stay proud.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
And the people who are that most, staff.
This is Kiwaya, and we're going to answer some interview questions. What does it mean to you to be an example of Black excellence for your students?
It makes me feel, like more happy to show what I really am and, to show out, my culture, to let my kids know, like, it's different cultures out here, but it's also, good to accept all different ones. We're all one group, one world, we're all together.
Okay, if you could offer your students of color one piece of advice, what would it be?
To just be yourself, like, stand to yourself, being yourself, making yourself proud of who you are, of your pretty skin. Just showing an example of what we live for.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
Well, we do kind of different projects. Like last week, we did the Martin Luther King project. So, we do multiple. We did Martin Luther King. We read the little book on YouTube. So it's all over basically, just like in different parts. But it's definitely celebrated and known in our program.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey guys, this is a student here at Hawthorne Elementary, Madison, Wisconsin. What is your name?
Cam.
Cam. What does Black excellence mean to you?
To never stop and never give up.
Perfect. Who is someone in your life that represents that?
My dad.
Your dad? Perfect. And what do you want to be in the future?
Football player.
Perfect. There you go.
What does Black excellence mean?
Courage, joy, happiness, confidence, and bravery.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
The Black kids in our class, they show love, they're caring. If you're feeling down, they try to make you feel back up and try to make you joyful.
How are your after-school program staff examples of Black excellence?
Examples. There's our supervisor. There's a supervisor named Miss Shannon. She puts up billboards. She tries to make us feel more welcome and joyful and have fun. And she wants us to learn too. That's the most important part about after-school learning.
Hey Rhonda, how important is it to you to be able to bring your whole self to work?
I think it's very important. I have to make sure that I'm always in a good space, mentally, emotionally, when I am ready to come to work. And I think being able to balance the things that I do outside of work while also being able to prioritize my career at the same time is very important. And it's important to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do in a quality standard. So being able to bring myself, knowing that I'm trying my best, knowing that I'm bringing my authentic self, knowing that I can be who I am, but still, gain the respect of others, and the work that I do is very important to me.
Where do you see examples of Black excellence within MSCR?
I see Black excellence in a lot of spaces, and I'm happy to say that over the years I've been able to witness it more and more by the staff that we've been able to bring into the organization, the roles and positions that we've been able to put you know, in particular staff of color, but specifically African American staff. First and foremost, Janet Dyer, being the executive director, is aspiring. It's definitely a form of Black excellence that you know, we have within this organization. And again, just to be able to see the great things that our other African American staff have been doing within this organization is inspiring.
Great. Who inspires you?
I would have to say the kids. I would have to say the kids within this organization. Being a site director in the past, you know, it was important for me to show them that, you know, I was someone that they could look up to, being a good role model, not only for the kids, but for the staff that I had working alongside me. And, you know, when you're serving kids and you're a familiar face, it's really important that kids are able to trust you, that kids, you know, have a likeness for you, and that kids just feel safe in your presence. So I would have to say that the kids have inspired me to make sure that, you know, I am giving and showing them what it looks like to be a Black woman, what it looks like to be a Black African American person, and knowing that, you know, through whatever they may be going through, you know, positive or, you know, not so positive, that they can achieve anything that they would like to.
Thank you. What does Black excellence mean?
I think Black excellence means seeing other Black people succeed.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
I think Black excellence in our after-school program means like we just help other Black people, and then even we help white people too.
How are your after-school program staff examples of Black excellence?
I think about Black excellence staff, I think that we see a lot of Black staff here, and they help all the kids, even white and Black.
Hello, my name is Reyes and I'm in 3rd grade.
Who is somebody in your life that showed you Black excellence?
My dad.
What does Black excellence mean to you?
I feel like it means like respecting another.
Anything else? No. What would you like to be when you get older?
Teacher.
A teacher? Why a teacher?
Because I want to teach kids math.
You want to teach kids math?
What does Black excellence mean?
Well, to me, it means like pride, joy, happiness, like brave, and like, yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff, like caring.
Where do you notice Black excellence in your after-school program?
Well, I notice it in the classroom, like when somebody's feeling down, like their friends or like anybody really just comes up to them and be like, "Are you okay?" and then like cheers them up.
How are your after-school program staff examples of Black excellence?
They example Black excellence by showing kind, caring, like if people's down there, cheer them up, and like help them with their homework. And yeah, like if they're stuck on like something that happened in real school, they can like cheer them up.
Hi, Janet. How important is it to you to be able to bring your whole self to work each day?
Yeah, it's very important. I haven't always been as comfortable bringing my whole self to work, but I am more so now and feel comfortable. And I think it's important for, you know, younger staff to see that I'm comfortable being myself at work, so that that they will also be comfortable bringing their whole self to work. I think that there are certain situations that that I tend to want to pull back on, and I have to like remind myself that that's not necessary.
Hey guys, we got another student here at Hawthorne Elementary, a 5th grader. What is your name?
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn. What does Black excellence mean to you?
Working for what you love and never stopping.
Perfect. And who is someone in your life that represents that?
Mom,
Your mom. And what do you want to be in the future?
an NFL player.
Perfect.
My students of color, one piece of advice, it would be to never give up and never let nobody push you to give up, and to always believe in yourself. What it means to me to be a Black excellence to my students is to show them Black leaders that have an effect on our society today.
I heard Black excellence when I was watching Martin Luther King do the speech. When I see Black excellence looks like when I see Black people in my classroom.
I notice Black excellence in my teachers and in my friends. Well, Black excellence means to me, it means the beauty of Black people's skin.
Hi, Tari. How important is it to you to be able to bring your whole self to work each day for your program participants and staff?
For me, being present and bringing my whole self to work is very important. In every space that I go, I have to be me unapologetically. So if that means that people are uncomfortable with the things that I say or the way that I think, I guess it doesn't matter to me because I'm me. You know, like I care about people's feelings, but I also care about who I am. So, and then I encourage, for me to do that, that encourages the people I work with and the kids to do that as well. Especially working around youth, we do a lot of development on self and who you are. Know thyself, that's very important.
Where do you see examples of Black excellence in your programs?
I'm just gonna talk about excellence, right? Because like, we're gonna address the Black thing later. I don't believe people are colors, so I'm just gonna focus on melanated excellence, or if you wanna call it just excellence in general, but in my programs, in our programs, and not mine. In our programs, an example is just watching how many of our staff look like the kids that we serve, and watching the relationships develop between staff and kids of all different, colors and racial and ethnic backgrounds. So I think it's important to have, diversity. And diversity can mean lots of things, right? But it's good to have some diversity that helps all groups and it helps us all become excellent. So, Black excellence, if we want to talk about Black excellence, I would say it's reflected in the staff that work here and the types of programs that we run in this community, in the Meadowwood neighborhoods.
Who has inspired you?
Who's inspired me? There's a picture on my wall of Fred Hampton. Definitely inspired me to be vocal, fight for rights, organize, not to just, sit back in acquiescence while everything is happening. So I would say Fred Hampton is definitely one of my inspirations. My grandmother and my grandfather is one of my inspirations. I didn't get to know my grandfather at all. He passed away when I was, I think, right before I was born. However, like him being Irish and Native, he looked like what people would call a white man. And my grandmother being darker, and she's also Native and African, so what people would define as Black. So back in their era, like their relationship was not, considered okay, because they were two different colors, if you would say, and they came from different backgrounds. So like people who challenge the status quo tend to be the people that I look at as my heroes.
What does Black excellence mean to you?
Powerful.
Anything else?
Beautiful.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.